Okay, class. So, looking at muscles of the lower limb, and we will. So, first thing, know that the muscles of the lower limbs are the most powerful and the largest muscles in the body, and several of these muscles actually cross and act upon two major joints, the hip joint and the knee joint. Now, when I say moving the hip joint, know that it's the same as moving the thigh. So the muscles that move the thigh, they also move the hip joint. So they are interchangeable. Moving the hip joint and moving the thigh, these two phrases are interchangeable. Okay, the first muscle that we will talk about is a green strip of muscle, as you see here on the model. And this is called Sartorius. The Sartorius, it originates from the anterior superior iliac spine of the ilium, as you see, and it inserts all the way into the tibia. The most important function of Sartorius is to flex the thigh, and it also abducts and rotates the thigh. Okay, so that's the Sartorius. The next one is Gracilis, and Gracilis lies medially. So if you look at the thigh muscles, Gracilis will be very, very medial. It inserts into the pubis, as you see here. So it originates in the pubis, as you see here. This is where the Gracilis originates, and it goes all the way down and inserts into the tibia medially. So it comes like this all the way down, and it inserts into the tibia. So know that the muscles that make up the medial compartment, or the muscles that are found in the medial compartment of the thigh, they are the thigh adductors. So the Gracilis adducts the thigh, and it flexes and medially rotates the lower leg. That's Gracilis. Next we have Rectus femoris. This muscle is part of the hamstring muscles. It originates in the ilium and inserts into the patella and tibial tuberosity. It flexes thigh and extends lower leg. Next we have Vastus Lateralis, which lies lateral to Rectus femoris. In this picture, you do see the Rectus femoris being pulled out, and you actually see the deeper muscle, which is Vastus Intermedius. So this muscle right here is Vastus Intermedius. Medial to it, you have Vastus Medialis. This is wrong here. Sorry, class. This muscle, this is Vastus Medialis. Vastus Medialis. And this one right here is Vastus Lateralis. So Vastus Lateralis is lateral, Vastus Medialis is medial. This also inserts into the patella and tibial tuberosity, and it helps to extend the lower leg at the knee joint. Then medially you have Vastus Medialis. Again, let me correct this. This is Vastus Medialis, and this is Vastus Lateralis. Okay, this one also originates in the femur and inserts into the patella and tibial tuberosity. The Vastus Medialis, it extends the lower leg at the knee. So all the quadriceps muscle, Rectus femoris, Vastus Medialis, Vastus Lateralis, and Vastus Intermedius, all four of them, they extend the lower leg at the knee. Then the last one, the deep one, is Vastus Intermedius. Again, this is Vastus Intermedius. It originates from the femur and inserts into the patella and tibial tuberosity. Again, this also extends the lower leg at the knee. Okay, moving on to a very teeny tiny muscle that you see here. this right here, do you see this tiny muscle here? This is called Pectineus, and it originates from the pubis and inserts into the femur. Pectineus, it helps to flex your thigh and medially rotate the thigh. That's a function of Pectineus. Next we have Adductor Longus. This muscle lies in the medial compartment of the thigh. Adductor Longus. So right here, this long muscle that comes all the way down, that's Adductor Longus. It originates in the pubis and inserts into the femur. It flexes and medially rotates the thigh. That's Adductor Longus. Then we have Adductor Magnus as shown here. This muscle right here, and then this part also. This is all the red part is Adductor Magnus. And this muscle originates from the pubis and ischium and inserts into the femur. It also flexes and medially rotates the thigh like Adductor Magnus and like Adductor Longus. Remember, both Adductor Magnus and Longus, they are located in the medial compartment of the thigh. Next, we will talk about a very interesting, a muscle that is called Psoas major. Now, as you see, the Psoas major in green here, they originate from the lumbar vertebrae and inserts into the femur. It's a thigh flexor. It flexes thigh and trunk. Posterior. Now we are looking into the posterior compartment of the thigh, and posteriorly we see the biceps femoris, and this originates from the ischial tuberosity and femur and inserts into the tibia and fibula. This is an extender. It extends the thigh and flexes the lower leg at knee. Then we have semimembranosus, which lies right here. It's a deeper muscle. This is semimembranosus. It originates from the ischial tuberosity and inserts into the tibia. It helps to extend the thigh and flex the lower leg. That's semimembranosus. In the bottom picture, this deep muscle, this is semimembranosus. Next, we will talk about semitendinosus. Semitendinosus originates from the ischial tuberosity and inserts into the tibia. It also extends the thigh and flexes lower leg at the knee. So that's semitendinosus right here. And on this diagram, this is the semitendinosus. Then we have laterally, we have a muscle called tensor fasciae latae. It originates from the iliac crest and anterior superior iliac spine, inserts into the tibia via iliotibial tract. It helps us to keep the trunk steady on the thigh. Next, we have our big butt muscle called gluteus maximus. It originates from the ilium, sacrum, and coccyx and inserts into the gluteal tuberosity of the femur. This helps to abduct the thigh, meaning it takes the thigh or pulls the thigh away from the midline of the body. Deep to that, we have gluteus medius, which originates from the ilium and inserts into the femur. It also abducts the thigh. Moving on to some lower leg muscles. The big calf muscle is called gastrocnemius. It originates from the femur and inserts into the calcaneus via the Achilles tendon. Right here, it originates here, big calf muscle, and inserts into the calcaneus via Achilles tendon. It flexes lower leg and plantar flexes foot. Deep to gastrocnemius, there is another muscle called soleus, as you can see in the picture. Soleus lies deep to gastrocnemius. It originates from the tibia and fibula and inserts in same insertion as gastrocnemius. It also inserts into the calcaneus via Achilles tendon, and this also helps to plantar flex the foot. Then we have Fibularis longus, also known as Peroneus longus. Peroneus longus is an older term. This muscle originates on the fibula and inserts into the medial foot. It also plantar flexes and everts your foot. Anteriorly, right next to tibia, as you can see, the long bone is tibia in white. Right next to it, you have a muscle called Tibialis Anterior. It originates from the tibia and inserts into the medial foot. It dorsiflexes and inverts the foot. That's the end.